Welcome guys, I'm going to be doing Kimetsu no Yaiba chapter 6 and 7. So I just came to the realization about this show, right? It's about demons and that, Japanese demons in feudal time. And one thing we learned in this chapter is about the original demon kind of thing. So it's called Musan Kibuchi, and the way it works is he was the original demon and he just infects people and they become demons, and Tanjiro's master thinks that the cure for his sister is to find this demon and tell him to cure his sister because he has that kind of power, right? But then this is when I realized, right, these demons are basically just Japanese vampires. If you think about it, you think real hard about it, that's just what they are. Because first of all, both demons and vampires, they die from the sunlight. And this Muzan Kibuchi, he's pretty much Dracula, like the OG vampire kind of guy, you know, living around, infecting people, stuff like that. So it's crazy to see that. It just clocked in my head. They both die from the sunlight. That's kind of the main thing, really, and the infection thing. So that's pretty much my only 2 points to back me up. But I feel like it's a strong similarity, definitely there. So this is Tanjiro's first mission, and this is kind of a two-part mission. So that's why I'm doing 6 and 7 together, not because I missed, not because I was lazy and decided to do it at once. But yeah. So his first mission, no pressure at all, Tanjiro. His first mission is to find about the missing girls, and so he just goes to this village and he just asks around. And what do you know? The first person he finds is the person who's lost his fiance, right? And I was kind of surprised he lost his fiance because his design also makes him look like a kid as well. I thought he was around Tanjiro's age, but obviously if he's a fiance, he must be fairly older than Tanjiro. So we see Tanjiro do his thing, right? And one thing I've noticed about this guy is he underestimates Tanjiro because he's a kid kind of thing. He has that mentality like, oh, he's just a kid. What's he doing here? Like, oh, what can you do, kid? That kind of rhetoric. And yeah, we just see Tanjiro prove him wrong, pretty much. We kind of see Tanjiro on this relentless pursuit, and he only starts to pick up a scent once it gets dark. And then with this demon's a bit different from the other demons that Tanjiro's faced. They're not quite fodder-like, because they have this special power ability, where they can make like a little portal and they can go inside and out of it, and it's kind of like a water. It's like a swamp. Tanjiro kind of describes it as a swamp. So this demon can just pull things into his swamp and get away with it. And that's when Tanjiro, his keen sense of smell is where it was key, because when the demon was going to get the girl, and he gets the girl right into the swamp, and then but as the demon's going underground and swimming, in its swamp, Tanjiro can smell he's underneath him, and that's when he strikes and the demon reveals itself. And this is where Tanjiro confronts the demon, and he has a good fight. And do you know what? This demon is definitely stronger than the ones Tanjiro fought, because he's more agile, and he was, he basically didn't get one shot from Tanjiro like the other demons that we've seen Tanjiro fight. He has one shot that's those other demons, so this demon is fairly formidable. And what's more is there's actually 3 of him, and one of them was pretty creepy with the whole grinding the teeth. I was like, oh, that kind of made me cringe. I was like, oh, like the noise as well, the animation of it just looked, I don't know, it made me feel a bit weird. But we see 3v1 now, right? But then this is where Nezuko comes in. She helps out as well. And this is where Tanjiro comes to the realization that Nezuko can actually help out. Because before that, he always sees her as his frail little sister who he needs to protect. But in the truth of the matter is, she's now a demon, and she has that supernatural ability. So they kind of work together to fight demons. And we find out that Tanjiro's master has actually put her under hypnosis, where she thinks every human is her family. As we see when she looks at uh, the guy and the female, they look like her brother and sister. So that was kind of emotional as well. But I understood why she saw them as like that, because she's been hypnotized and she thinks demons are bad. So yeah, that basically means she's under control, but she's not going to attack every random person. So that's pretty good. Tying up some loose ends. Good exposition, I would think. And with the help of Nezuko, and he kind of, the way he defeats the demon is pretty cool as well. He jumps into the swamp of the demon, and when he's in there, he's just swimming underground. And the thing about Tanjiro is, because he's been training in this high altitude thing, his high altitude, he has a good lung capacity, so he's got the iron lungs kind of thing, so he can actually breathe underwater quite a long time, more than the average person anyway. And then we see him fight two of them at once, as Nezuko is actually fighting the other one. So Nezuko fights one of the demons, and Tanjiro's fighting two of them underwater. And that's when he tries to strike again. He doesn't. Yeah, he actually misses the finishing blow 3 times, and I gotta respect that his tenacity, because he didn't waver at all. He didn't get demoralized because he missed the killing blow 3 times. He just kept on continuing the pursuit and attack, which was pretty cool to see. And we see him do this cool move where he does a twister in the water, and he ends up killing both of them at the same time. And with the final one, he actually just pretty much takes care of them with ease. And then he asks them the question about Muzan Kibuchi, and this is where the demon kind of loses his mind, and you can just see how much fear he has. And we see a flashback of him with Muzan, who in the flashback we see him get blackmailed and threatened with his life. Don't ever talk about me. So you can just tell how terrifying this guy must be if he makes a demon scared of fear. And then, so he basically doesn't end up snitching about Muzan, and tries to kill Tanjiro. At this point, Tanjiro gives the demon a finishing blow, and with that, the mission is finished. But Tanjiro still got no leads about Muzan Kibuchi. That seems to be his main goal, apart from just being a demon slayer in general. So with that, his first mission is complete, and I've got to say, it went pretty well. And with the help of Nezuko, it went even weller, got to say. And then, but what was quite funny was the crow came straight away, and then he's like, "Oh, you got another mission." I was like, "Really, bro? He just finished his first mission." I was like, "Give this man a break, come on." But no, apparently there's no breaks on this demon hunting trail. So he goes to this other city now, and guess what? There's actually electricity in cars. So I was quite surprised, because I thought it was going to be feudal Japan all the way through, but we got electricity, and everything looks quite developed here. So that's pretty crazy. So he's on a hunt for the demon again, but this time he smells something quite familiar, a familiar scent that he smelled the first time. And then he runs into this crowd of people, and he taps this guy on the shoulder, right? And guess who it is? It's Muzan Kibuchi. And I was thinking to myself, really, we're gonna, because I assume this guy is gonna be the endgame villain kind of guy. So I didn't think he would be revealed, and I didn't think Tanjiro would meet him so quickly in only the 7th episode already. I was like, bro, because I was expecting him to be like the final stages where Tanjiro would meet him later on, not so soon anyway. But we see he's a demon. It's quite obvious when you look into his eyes, and Tanjiro knows he's a demon, right? He's about to pull out his sword and cut him, but I don't think Tanjiro could. I don't think at this point Tanjiro is capable of doing this. This guy's the OG demon, Dracula type kind of dude. I reckon he would have been slaughtered there and then. So it's good that he backed off. The main reason why he backed off was more to his shock of who Muzan Kibichi was with, as we see him holding this little girl, which he assumes is his daughter, and he has a wife too. And they're both human as well. So this completely throws Tanjiro's sense of moral compass out the window, because Tanjiro has always seen these demons and he's always portrayed them as these rancid creatures that need to be purged, and they're brutal, merciless, and they kill loads of people. As we can tell with the previous demon, we'll call that other demon the Undertow demon, because it drags people underground, into the water. Yes, and that's kind of a myth. That's kind of a myth, urban myth kind of thing in Japan. So I can see where the design for that demon was made from, and anyway the powers were. And Tanjiro was disgusted with that demon because we see that demon has killed so many little girls before, because they collect the pieces of as like a souvenir of every girl they kill. And there was several souvenirs there. So Tanjiro's sense of self and disturbance is caused when he sees this, because he knows Muzan is like the OG demon, so he thinks he must be the most despicable demon there is. But for him to have a daughter in his hand completely threw him off, and it just made him so unfocused, and he didn't know what to do. And plus he had a thingy as well, a wife. And yeah, Tanjiro couldn't believe that this guy could have could have those intimate relationships with other people. So, because he just assumed he was going to be pure evil. But then we see him scratch someone and they turn into a demon. So we know this guy is the real deal and not just some not a fake. So I want to see what Tanjiro is going to do next. But yeah, it's a good thing that he didn't fight Muzan then and there, because I would think he would have lost. But yeah, this was a good 2 episodes, and I hope to find out more.